Hi everyone, welcome to the Numerology and the Astrology for May 14th, 2020. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 6. The number 6 is called the Hermit, and it's about quiet, stillness, introspection, going within. It's associated with Saint Hildegard, who was an artist and a musician and a composer, and so she did all these creative things that required that stillness and focus and contemplation of the mind. I find that art is a great form of meditation because it just allows you to drop in and focus on one thing rather than a million things. And so brains are designed to digest food, pump blood, think, walk, talk, do all these things simultaneously. And so getting the brain to focus on one specific task and to channel all that energy into one direction is really important, because right now the world is sort of chaotic, and so the energy is all over the place. And learning how to take that vast amount of energy that is in the universe and channel it into a constructive focus is something that all of us need to learn how to do. So I don't know about you guys, but as this all astrology and all the retrogrades have been happening this week, you just need a break. I mean, I need a break. It's that place where you feel like you need to take some time, and it's deeply needed. And I'm sure many of you besides me have taken on huge projects that are taking up a lot of time and energy, a lot more than I expected them to. And then there are moments that you just need to stop and regroup. And I suggest that each of us learn to listen to our bodies so we know when to stop. Being in a physical body takes a tremendous amount of energy, concentration, and focus. Sometimes you just need to drop in and rest. Naps are a great idea. Seek the places that support stillness within your core and soul. Take a walk, but maybe after that nap. The astrology today. The 3 planets that aligned this year in Capricorn in January are all moving backwards until early October. I expect everyone will spend the next several months adjusting and healing from the many events that have stirred many things to the surface this year. This has been an emotional week that has been constantly shifting around. Fortunately, the moon moves into sensitive, intuitive Pisces for the weekend. I plan on resting, watching movies, listening to music, being in the hot tub, and meditating. This moon may, as the day progresses, make you feel diffused, a bit confused, and you may struggle to concentrate. The moon in Pisces sextile Uranus and Taurus. At the very least, this is an original moment in time that will require great strength and determination. So today, do things that make you happy, because the chaos is absolutely going to continue to destabilize the physical world, the things that we used to rely on as comfort. The moon squares Mercury in Gemini. Do what you can to give good spiritual gifts out into the world. Remember that using spiritual gifts with integrity is very important right now. You may have minor upsets and miscommunications. Truth continues to evolve, but falseness always remains consistent and sounds repetitive. Precision is critical right now. Use science as your friend. It will support your brain to evolve past superstitions and false beliefs created by an immature mind in an attempt to make sense of this vast and wondrous universe. Hastiness and rushing is a sign of a mind still in chaos and turmoil. Slow down, find your center, and remember that you are continuing to grow and evolve. No matter what, dive deep into things that matter to you. Have healthy dialogues with others, solve problems, and share insights. So I want to just make a little comment. So I called one of my editors today, and she said she read she was reading and editing my intuitive patterns for the month of June, and she was just like, oh my God, Suzanne. And, I said, well, one of the things that is happening is that every so many years, about every 19 years, we have something called a metonic cycle. And in June, and into July, the eclipses come full circle, and they come to almost the exact degrees that they had done 19 years ago. And so 19 years ago was 9/11. And so in June and July, the astrology is coming back around, and I always like to think of it like the universe says, did we learn that lesson? Did we grow from that? Are we prepared? Are we ready? I don't think we are. I don't think we are. And so this is that cycle coming back around. And so yes, we're building up towards a lot of intensity in June and July. And I just want to repeat that again here because I don't want people to get stunned and surprised because we are in a massive transitional cycle that is going to take a very, very long time to completely heal and move from. So, which is why I want to say it right here on this 6th day. It's like we've got to find our centers. Everyone has got to find our center. You do whatever you have to do in order to make sure that your center is solid and stable, because you cannot rely on the world to help you with that. You cannot rely on governments and institutions and welfare and Medicare, and you can't rely on any of these things right now, which is really scary. And so err on the side of caution, err on the side of protecting yourself no matter what. All right. My quote for today. Truth continues to evolve. It grows with your level of awareness, comprehension, and experience. But falseness always remains consistent and sounds repetitive. Some believe if they say anything enough, it will make it true. Okay, so my blog today, within the evolution of souls, there is always the element of chaos moving through life and infusing it with a touch of unpredictability. Some moments that touch is subtle and brings with it excitement and wonder. Other moments, such as now, change happens in such chaotic and massive sets of waves that it is all that you can do to keep your head above water. While all of us have been learning how to swim in choppy seas, now we feel as if we are caught in a rip current that is pulling us out into deep, dark, and uncharted water. You can try not to panic. You can choose to do your best to remain calm and not struggle against the forces that are greater than your strength. It becomes clear that you cannot waste energy and survive. You decide to take slow, deep breaths. You allow yourself to see the familiar shores get further away. You eventually realize that you cannot get back to that same shore. Life is taking you somewhere else, and it is a total and complete unknown. Because you do not know if it is bad or good, you learn a level of surrender and are forced to trust an invisible energy that circulates in life. The familiar is disappearing. The comforting things of your past become dust in the wind. What was once solid has morphed into a watery flow of concern and discontent. And all around you, there is nothing but surrender, calling you to find peace in what just is. Thanks, everybody.